Today we're at Misty Mountain Games in Madison for another game of Bushido.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gitsapalooza. My opponent tonight is Ben. Say hi, Ben.
Hi.
And Ben is going to be playing a really weird little Ryu army. We'll get to that when we talk about it. But I want to talk about the scenario first. So we are playing one of the new beta scenarios called Botuku. Basically, you have a 4-inch scenario objective, area of control objective in the middle. You've got two 50 millimeter objectives in each corner, and then of course deployment is behind these objectives, so you can't actually deploy on them, you have to move to them. And then it's just simple, it's just scenario points. You get 6 prayer tokens each for the Hakora, and you score scenario points on 4, 5, and 6. So we'll be earning them every turn, but we only score them at the end of the game. This is my 100 rice list. So it has both Zuba and Yusha. It's got the dog pack, and then I've got Jun. Now it's interesting, I had the option of either taking Jun or taking 2 of the regular Oni slaves, which would give me more guys to manipulate objectives. The problem is that there's a couple of cards that are pretty important for this list to work properly. One especially, and it's a 2-point card. And if I take the 2 slaves rather than Jun, then I only have 1 point left over for cards, and so that would leave this list, I think, a little wanting. The other advantage is if I'm playing a Vim mission, I can't make an Oni slave the Vim because it's not a unique model, but I can make Jun the Vim. And you might ask why make Jun the Vim, and that's because he's reasonably fast, he's not horrible in combat, and more importantly, that leaves all of the rest of my models to duke it out while I kind of run him around in the back and try to find a way to sneak through to my opponent's deployment zone. So that's why I would make Jun the Vim. So anyway, there's the army. I will come back in just a moment, and we will take a look at what Ben has in store. I guarantee you this is way outside the box. So we'll see what Ben's got. Okay, here we are with Ben's army. I'm just going to hand the mic over to Ben and let him describe to us what he has. Keep in mind, this is a 100 rice army. So go ahead, Ben. Take it away.
It's
Take this, I need my other hand.
it's kind of 14 points short of 100 rice. So we've got a lot of cards. The dragon is carrying Hotai's coin, Arashi's fan, battle plans. Hagane has a sword, dragon heart, which gives leadership out. Oka has teachings of Yashui, which gives her tactician. And we're the blood of the dragon theme, and we have a preordain sitting around. So I don't have my Bachiko painted, and she's 14 rice, and that would have helped. But we're going to see what happens. I think it'll be fun. I really like the dragon. He does a lot of interesting things. I don't like him so much against Big Oni, because they can actually kill him. But, I have a breath weapon, so maybe I'll just knock him down.
That's very likely. It's funny that as big as the Oni are, though due to my theme, I can remember ignore the first prone.
Yep.
Only for the Oni, not for anything else. But yeah, they're not particularly resilient to being moved or knocked down or anything other than the one thing from the theme. So anyway, this should be really fun, and it'll be entertaining at the very least. So we'll see you guys. Actually, Ben, why don't we each grab a die and just roll to see who gets to deploy first?
Even the people who think they're in baseball, they're not really in it. They just haven't realized there's better things.
Ben has a 2 and I have a 2. Ben has a 6 and I have a 2. So Ben, you want me to deploy first?
I do.
All right, we'll see you after deployment. All right, Ben and I both deployed, and we are ready for the first turn. Let's zoom in. So it's always a struggle for me not to get in my own way and about what activation I want to do first. Turn 1, I guess it's not that critical, but you never know. With the dragon, it's pretty mobile, so I have to be careful. And then there's that. Of course, Ben has the fastest unit in the front that can fly and just leap and bound and all that kind of stuff. Just a reminder, we'll be scoring scenario points every turn. So there's a 4-inch area of control objective there, and there is for me, an enemy objective there and a friendly objective here. So if I pray at this one, and I have 6 prayer tokens, it's only worth 1 point. If I pray at that one over there, it's worth 3, and if whoever controls the center objective gets 2 points because it's neutral. So Ben, why don't we grab a die and roll to see who is going to win the first initiative? It is me. I will allow you to go first. Aren't I generous? We're in the beginning of turn 1, and I just wanted to point this out. So as you can see, my entire army, for the most part, except for Yusha, has already moved. Ben, see that stack right there? Those are his pass tokens. He hasn't moved anything yet. He has 6 pass tokens because of the fact that I outnumber him and shenanigans. So I just want to point this out. Here we are at the end of turn 1. Things are, as lopsided as this may seem, things are pretty lopsided already, not in my favor. Basically, I was out of activations while he still had almost all of his. And so, I basically go first, and then he just does what he wants to. So the dragon ran up, shot Zuba, did 3 damage, proned him, which I ignored because of my Alpha's theme, and then he walked into combat with him, did another 3 damage, and threw him and proned him. So after 1 turn, and of course he's got command over this thing. So after 1 turn, my main fighter is down to half damage and prone, and he's got the center objective. So we'll see how things go from here. Well, let's roll to see who has. I am going to spend my 2 key on Zuba to give him future sight. So that gives me tactician and takes away yours.
All right.
That's why, Matt. That's why.
So it's 6-4. So I will take the first move.
I actually just watched that movie.
Here we are in turn 2. The dragon is going to try to finish off Zuba, who is still prone. As such, he's down to 2 dice. The dragon has how many?
Just 3.
Just 3, but he's got brutal and God only knows what else. So I'll have to figure out what I'm doing. All right. I think I know what I'm doing.
All
right. So I'm just checking now. I don't have anything. Okay. So I'm fine.
Powerful attack.
Oh, all right. I'm doing putting 2 into attack myself.
Oh, you're gonna die.
Yeah. So
You die.
actually, I don't, because I can sacrifice Jun and absorb all of that damage.
What?
So I will read that for you, and maybe I'm wrong and I'm dead. Let's see. He has self-sacrifice, only 2 inches. So why don't we look up what self-sacrifice is? This will be educational for you guys who aren't used to playing against Oni.
If this model is not exhausted or in base to base with an enemy model, and a friendly model descriptor within X has been successfully attacked, and its controller may choose to remove this model from play to cancel the damage roll against the friendly model. There you go.
There we go. So that was my one trick.
Yep. And then you don't do any damage because you're prone.
Oh, wait, what?
Actually, maybe you do. I don't think you can do damage while prone. But I might be confusing games. I play too many of them.
Okay.
This is exciting. We're going to look up a bunch of rules.
Look up rules in the book.
Model state. Model is prone, first -1 to melee pool. Doesn't have zone of control. Always attacker second. May not use special abilities. Only action is stand up. No, it looks like you can do damage. All right.
All right. So, I hit you on the 10.
On the 7.
Or 6, 7. Sorry, the
Yep.
7. Hit you on the 7. I wish it was on the 10. So I hit you on the 7. I am, but I am brutal 1, so that becomes hitting you on the 8.
Yep.
And then I didn't call for anything special, so it's just this. I'm strong, so I'm rolling 3 dice, and I get a +3 strength bonus. So it's these 3 plus. All right, I am going to use the coin to re-roll the 1. Hotai's coin. Oh no, I can't do that for damage.
Yeah.
So I have the. So I did terrible. So I did 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 on the 8.
I have. Do you have armor piercing?
No.
So it's 5 on the 8, which is 7 damage, and I have tough 1. So I take 4 damage. Or
6.
No, 6 damage.
6 damage.
6.
So if I'd rolled half decently, I could have easily killed the dragon. That was my ploy. And without killing him, I think things are going to get ugly.
Can't kill him. He has like 15 health.
He has 15 health?
Maybe 12. It's hard to read these bubbles. 12.
12, so he's basically an Oni. But anyway, I'll take what I can get. I won't be able to do that again, though. So that's it. All right, here we are at the end of turn 2. There's my dead pile. Ben killed. Basically, he played very well, and everything he did succeeded. Basically,
I rolled good.
He killed Zuba. He killed 3 of the dogs. I had to sacrifice my only slave to save Zuba for an activation, but that was about it. So we'll play it out, but at this point, it's over. So it was an eye-opening experience. I mean, nothing I did really worked. My strategy didn't work. The dogs got split up because there just wasn't room for them all. And I have told people that's how you beat the dogs, is you bunch up. And then I can't take advantage of what the dogs do. Oh, wait. I've got an alpha over here that I haven't done anything with. So I'll tell you what. I'm going to have the alpha. We'll do this on camera just because I forgot. So I have 2 activations. Ben's out, so I'm just going to move the alpha over here with 2 walk actions and try one more time at Agane. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Ben, you feel good with that?
I do.
All right, so I'm at 4 dice, 3 for the dog, plus 1 for being the second dog.
And I'm at 3 dice because I'm indomitable, but I'm exhausted.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, let's go. I have 1 defense, 3 attack.
Combo attack, 2 defense, 1 attack.
All right. And I roll half decently for a change.
I will prowess my 1 into a 4.
All right, and I will dodge the 5, so you can roll it into a 6. Oh no, 4. That actually helped out a little bit.
So I don't hurt you, and you are. Do I have dodge? I don't think I do. I do not.
I have an 8.
And I have a 4, 5, and 6 because of parry. So
Okay.
you hit me on the 2.
On the 2 is 10 on the 2.
3 armor, so 7 on the 2 is 2 damage.
All right. Oh, plus 1 because of my alpha's got plus 1 strength.
Okay, so 8 on the 2 is 2 damage.
Right. And did you take into the fact that you were feared?
I'm fearless after. every time I fail a fear test,
Yeah.
I gain fearless until end phase after that activation.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right, well, there you go. That I did a little bit of damage. So we'll, it's probably not much interesting going on here after this, but we'll give it a try. So far, Ben's just doing great. All right, here we are at the end of turn 3. I am tabled, and so Ben will win, I guess, 1-0 just because he tabled me so fast. Otherwise, he could have just strung me out and waited, But basically, he wins with whatever points he wins. So it was a complete and total failure on my part. I didn't really do much. Azuba did some damage to the dragon, like 6 points. I did a couple of damage to the ghost, and that was about it. And then he just destroyed me. So just goes to show, no matter how good an army looks, you meet somebody who's better at the game than you are, and you're pretty much toast. So my only apology to Ben is that I wasted his time driving out here just to give him such a poor game. But that's the way it goes. We'll, I'm cool with that. So I guess we will see you next time. I will take out the Tengu, as I promised, and maybe we'll have some better luck then. Ben, thanks for a game. You got anything you want to say in summary? You want to just laugh maniacally because you just destroyed me?
No, I rolled pretty hot when you came into Hagenay with only 2 dogs.
Yeah.
You could only get 2 dogs on her, and she just killed them both.
Right.
That was pretty much the turning point that was going to be hard to come back from.
Right, and I have been telling people, you guys have seen some of the videos where my dogs have done well, but I've been telling people that the way you beat the dogs is you come out in a clump. Because then I can't get more than 1 or 2 dogs on any individual figure, and in 1 or 2, the dogs are no threat at all, really. I gotta be able to gang up on you with 3 dogs at least, or 2 dogs on another figure or something. And if you come out in a bunch like Ben did, he just grouped up on the center objective, and I had the dogs. I couldn't get enough dogs on. All the rest of my figures have these huge bases that I couldn't get in. So, and then the dragon, of course, is just really good. But so is Hagenay. Hagenay's fantastic. She was just killing things left and right.
She's very good against things like that because she has split attack,
right?
And she has good dice bonuses, and she has Indomitable 1. So I put her and the dragon on the flanks in order to make the dogs less effective.
Right.
Because it was going to be hard to get 3 on her, and because of fear, it was going to be hard to get multiple on the dragon.
Right. So yeah, it was an arse whooping of epic proportions, but that's okay. That's good to happen once in a while. So reminds you of your real status as a player. So anyway, I had fun. Thank you, Ben. And we'll do this again. We'll see if I can come up with something a little more entertaining for you. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time on Gitsapalooza.